Hello everybody. So my name is Catherine, or Kat, or Katie, whichever. July has come, aka the month of Booktubeathon, which is now called the Reading Rush, and I am going to try to participate in it. So I tried to participate in Booktubeathon last year, but I ended up only reading like 4 books, maybe not even, I can't remember. I failed miserably because I was working full-time and like just life was hectic. But this month I don't have a lot going on, so I am going to try to redeem myself by reading 7 books. So anyways, let's just get right into it. First challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover. I decided to read Serafina by Rachel Hartman. And I know, yes, this is a very chunky book and it is the only chunky book that I have. So it's the longest. It's the first one I'm going with. This will actually be a reread for me because I read this when I was in high school, so 5+ years ago. And I remember enjoying it. All I remember though is that there's dragons, hence the dragon on the cover. And it's a fantasy world, I believe. I'm pretty sure because it's got dragons. To be honest, I don't really remember much of this, and that's why I want to reread it, because I want to see how I feel about it after 5+ years, and I am curious to read the sequel. So the second challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time. And for that, I'm going to be reading The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. This book, I have no idea what it's about. I think it's about a guy who travels around Japan with his cat. I don't really pay attention to like the synopsis of these stories before actually like deciding to read them. It intrigued me, it was on my Goodreads TBR, and so it's just like, you know what, let's go for it. It's a short book, so I think it'll be easy to read in the same spot the entire time. The third challenge is to read a book that you meant to read last year. And there were a lot of contenders for that one. I decided to go with something that I think I could go read through really quickly, and that was Nothing to Envy: Ordinary Lives in North Korea by Barbara Demick. Don't know. So this is a book that I meant to read last year, hence the reason why I chose it for the challenge. Anyways, I really like reading about North Korean defector stories. I've only read 2 books about specific individuals who escaped North Korea. And so this book is a bit different because it's, from what I understand, it's from the perspective of an American journalist. I think she's American. But yeah, it follows the lives of many individuals in North Korea. And so I think that would be a different perspective to look at. So this is the book I chose. Wow, that was a terrible explanation, but I didn't expect much. The fourth challenge was to read an author's first book. So read the debut of an author. There were 2 challenges that were really hard to choose for, and I'm kind of cheating. I think I'm cheating, but I'm still gonna go with it because I tried really hard to find a book that fits these challenges. I decided to read The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe. Story and art by Nagabe. Is this a manga? I would say it is. I mean, yeah. But this is a book that I was really interested in reading for a while now because the art looks so interesting. And I don't know, the storyline just sounds really cool. It follows this little girl and then this like monster creature. I tried to research other books and other stories by Nagabe, but I could find some things, but there's not a lot of information on him on the internet. I may be wrong. I believe this is his first book that was translated into English. It's kind of like a debut, like his first work, but maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. I know he's written other stories. It's just, I don't think they're translated into English, and so that's why I'm kind of like playing with the rules there. But you know what, whatever. And the 5th challenge is to read a book with a non-human main character. And for that, I chose to read The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. By the way, I'm not entirely sure if the main character is actually non-human. Again, I had issues, okay, choosing books. Actually not sure if this fits the challenge either, because the challenge is to read a non-human main character. And I know the main character, whose name is Jude, I believe she's human. But there's also this other character who's like a Fae Prince or something. Yeah, Fae Prince Carden. Not entirely sure. So is he a main character? I don't know, I haven't read it, but he's on the blurb in the back, okay? And if his name is on the blurb, I'm gonna count him as at least one of the main characters. He's not like the official main character, but you know, like he's one of them. So yeah, don't really know what this is about either. All I know is it's a YA fantasy. It follows Fae, which I'm not really into. I haven't read a lot. Well, I have read a few Fae books, but like I've never really been into them. I just got back from Ireland 2 months ago. Was it 2 months? Yeah, 2 or 3 months ago. I read a few folklore legends, Celtic folklore legends about Fae and that kind of stuff, and it's piqued my interest again, so I decided to pick this up. So the 6th challenge is to read a book that has 5 or more words in the title, and I'm totally gonna butcher everything on this, but I decided to read Dear Igioele, or A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I just butchered it all. I even looked up YouTube videos where her name is pronounced and tried to replicate. Yeah, anyways, whatever. This has more than five words in the title. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 9. I decided to pick up this. I read one of her other books 2 years ago, I believe, and I've been meaning to pick up more of her works, so I decided to read this. I think this will be a really quick read. Perfect. And then the 7th challenge is to read a book and watch the movie adaptation. This challenge was on Booktubeathon last year, and for last year I never actually got to this challenge, but I'm going to be choosing the same thing that I chose last year. I'm going to be reading a Korean webtoon called Cheese in the Trap by Soon Ki. I actually read a bit of this webtoon years ago, right when the drama came out, which aired in 2016, I believe. And I'm not entirely sure how far I read into the webtoon. The webtoon is still going on. I think they have 200 or something chapters. So it's a lot, and I don't plan on reading all of that for the reading rush. I'm going to be reading the webtoon and then watching the drama along with it. And the drama is completed, it's finished, and I have watched the drama, and it's one of my all-time favorites. It's the one that makes me laugh out loud the most. I love it. I think it's my 2nd favorite drama of all time. So anyways, yeah, I'll be reading the webtoon along with watching the drama. I'm not sure how many episodes I'm gonna read, how many webtoon chapters I'm going to read, how I'm going to calculate the pages, because webtoons are just one entire chapter. They're not really pages, but I don't know. I don't know the logistics, okay? I just chose it. Those are all the things that I'm going to be reading for the reading rush. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll actually complete the challenge. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.